Hi, this is Mark News from Plant Talk Radio. Thanks for subscribing and listening to our podcast, Your Gardening Questions from Plant Talk Radio. If you have a gardening question you'd like our host Fred Howard to answer, send him an email. The email address is fred@planttalkradio.com. Now for today's question.
Morning, guys.
Good morning, Dan.
Question for you. What's some good annuals or perennials that you can cut and, bring in and put in vases? Are there any particular flowers or perennials that you might recommend for that?
Well, in that I have not done much of that, I'm a little bit of at a loss. However, the first thing that comes to mind would be the Shasta-type daisies, the Marguerite daisies, the Gerber daisies. Now, Gerbers are not actually a daisy, but they're a daisy-like flower. Oh, come on. The plant has become extremely popular. The old purple coneflower has now come into probably 36 different varieties. Those will make a pretty good cut flower. Right at this moment in time, Forsythia and my plant, it's a smaller type of flowering quince. Both of those are ready to pop out, and they could be made into, cuttings, long trimmings, if you wish, and brought in and forced indoors. Won't even take much forcing because they're ready to pop out right now. As we go on through the summer, delphinium can work pretty good. Astrantia, in its period of time, I think it's more of a later summer bloom, but that can work. Right now, though, I'm running out of thoughts on that. However, most perennials, not all, but most perennials can make a good cut flower. Then ranunculus are a early spring bloom. They're just a whole, shall we say, heap of color. The flower stem won't be so terribly long, probably only a maximum of 12 inches when they're in good flower, but they still would make a good fill-in type of thing for the early summer period. Snapdragons are another excellent plant for that purpose. As a matter of fact, if you want to, you can play games with the snapdragon. You can bring it in and lay it on the counter in your kitchen overnight. Put a wet napkin or something around the bottom. Let it start to grow upright overnight, and then the next morning turn it so it starts the other direction, and you can have standard snapdragons or crooked ones as you wish to make them, just because of natural hormones in the plant. So, Dan, there are at least 4 more things. I just can't think of them right now.
Okay, well, Dan's going to go out and get a lot of stuff done before all the rain comes in. So,
yeah.
Thanks for your help.
Thank you.
Hey, thanks again for listening to our podcast. Be sure to subscribe to our other podcasts as well, the Plant of the Week podcast and the Plant Talk Radio podcast, all on iTunes or your favorite podcast player. If you'd like to sponsor a daily podcast, contact us at fred@planttalkradio.com. To find out more about Fred Howard and Plant Talk Radio, visit our website, planttalkradio.com.
Circle270media.com